Hey guys, what's going on? Voice still kind of going out, but hey, I had to do this video. I truly had a epiphany wanting to talk about this. So I just got done watching Sam Roberts, Not Sam, if you don't know who he is. He does wrestling podcasts and celebrity interviews as well. But he tends to stick to wrestling because he gets a lot of popularity from that. He's had appearances with the WWE all the time, so you go where you make your money at. Um, but he was talking to Daniel Bryan, and the thought occurred to me as he was saying, like the percentage that WWE really like probably won't let him wrestle. So more likely he may end up leaving, but really he truly wants to stay with the WWE because that's where everybody wants to go, the WWE, whatever. Um, so the thought occurred to me though is that if he showed up, Billy Corgan is trying to build a wrestling company, a product that's pure wrestling, traditional wrestling basically, but he needs big names to challenge the NWA championship. And if Tim Storm, may not be up to being, a full time wrestler. And the thing about that is given the opportunity, Daniel Bryan could come in. And also, Daniel Bryan said something very cool is that as soon as he said that, that's what made me think about this, is that Daniel Bryan said that it may not be 4 matches a year that he wants to do. He may want to do more. The biggest thing is, I think the computer, the phone is like glitching out. It's like freezing, whatever. Anyway, hope the video comes out okay. Um, Acting weird. I think it's all gently. I'm gonna stand up. I think that may be the problem. Um, but he said he basically wanted to be around his family. So that got me thinking, if he went and became the NWA champion, let's say in about 6 months or whenever his contract comes up, I think it's really, really soon. I think it's within 6 months to a year. His contract is up. So if he decides to go and wrestle again, I don't know how the Bellas contracts are. I don't know if they're still going to be with the WWE when that happens. If they are, whatever, because they're not even doing it on TV anyway. They're doing the Diva show, but that's it. But if Daniel Bryan could do that, he wouldn't have to wrestle like extremely, like he would if he was on WWE's schedule. It would be select dates. He would hold the NWA championship. He would draw a lot of people to come watch him, and it would draw a lot of eyes to the product of the NWA. And you're talking about bringing the NWA back into the public eye. That would be a huge coup for Billy Corgan to get Daniel Bryan to wrestle for his company. I mean, if you're talking about bringing back territories, there ain't no better way than to put Daniel Bryan on your product. Um, I'm not a huge fan of the, what do they call that? What do they call it? From wrestling from Hollywood. I was like, no, it's not. It's not really that cool. At first, I thought it was, but now after thinking about it, not very cool at all. Those little lamps are weird anyway, by the way. Side comment. It's in the frame. Figured I'd say something. It looks weird, like by my head. Look, I'll do like this. It's like something coming in my head. Anyways, so yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I thought it was pretty interesting. I think he would be a good fit for. I think he would be a good fit for NWA wrestling. I think it'd be cool. He could wrestle independents. He could do stuff like that, but not really all the time. He could pick his dates. He could be the NWA champion. And checking Paranoid Brad at it again. Um, he could be NWA champion, and he could, draw a lot of eyes to that product. And I think that it needs eyes right now. And as much as anybody probably would love to see him anywhere else, Daniel Bryan could work a slower style, still be over with the fans, still be on YouTube. You can watch him there. I think NWA Wrestling, the biggest thing, and I'm kind of disappointed they didn't continue to put matches on YouTube, is that I think that there's a thing there. Because if the NWA wants to be what WCPW, Defiant, whatever the hell their name is, they're just as bad as Impact now. If they want to, be that thing that WCPW was going to be, they could be that. They could be a family-friendly wrestling promotion, or like that. But even with Josephus showing up and saying those things to Tim Storm, I don't think they're going in that direction. What I would love to see from NWA Wrestling, which is kind of went into a totally different thing, probably another video all its own, but real briefly, what I would love NWA Wrestling to become is something like a video on demand kind of thing, where you can watch, their shows and stuff on YouTube for like very little money. I think that would be awesome. I think that'd be amazing, and a bunch of people would watch it. And especially for a promotion just starting, not having a platform really to get that product out to people, I think it would be a good idea. But I think what would benefit from them is kind of taking what WCPW did and kind of taking it as their own. And I think what they should do, and like I said, I'll go into this big in detail in another video at some other time. And I know this is a wrestling video and I'm talking about it and it's a flipping Wednesday, but this week is crazy. It's the holiday week. I'm going to talk about stuff and things are going to be brought up, and it's going to be a crazy week indeed, because I'm not going to get to record very much. So when I do have a little time by myself, I'm going to record some short videos for this week. So be expected to see a lot of weird stuff this week that's not going to be on schedule. Once everything is back on track, Christmas week will probably be the same way. It'll be like just whenever I can get a short video in somewhere. Probably a Talking in the Dark video at work. Probably do a couple of those, probably one in the morning before I come home. During that week, I'll probably do some of those. So I might have to make sure to tell my wife to expect me home a little late, because I'm going to have to record some videos, whatever, for the channel. But the NWA, I think they should kind of do what WCW did, is kind of put one match on YouTube, like a day, and do that to build up the other names in the NWA Wrestling promotion that they're going to do. Now, I don't know what they're doing. They had this Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. They had that kind of thing. Championship Wrestling from... So CWFH, so CWH, I think is what they're going for. Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Sorry, there's like weird people standing outside my apartment, and I'm being paranoid. Anyways, if you follow my videos, you'll know what happened. Next door, shortly, there was a fire. Came very close to losing our apartment, but the firemen, God bless their souls, we didn't lose anything. Thank God. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, I think if they did a match a day to build up the other wrestlers that are going to be in their promotion, that'd be cool. And I think right now he's just focusing on the NWA World Champion, which is a great idea. I've never heard of that before. And it's kind of a way to kind of have a promotion but not have a promotion, where you just take your champion and send him everywhere and film the matches. I don't know what he's going to do with them. I don't know what his whole purpose is. He owns some kind of library too, so I wonder what kind of library he owns with NWA Wrestling, because he did show some footage, and I kind of would like to see that footage. I kind of think that he needs to take the NWA footage and do something with it. People banging some people, they're moving stuff out, I think, and I'm not helping move because I suck at moving. But yeah, what I think needs to happen is the NWA needs to become its own again, and I don't know how he's going to do that. I don't know how he's going to come full circle and bring it back, but I think he's got a good shot at it. I really do think Billy Corgan is going to do something amazing. And I'm really wanting to watch anything he puts out. So, I just think he needs to get the product out there first. and then see what the response is, because I think it will be positive. And I think if he shows the fans, and I think he showed people an Impact, the people that did watch Impact when he was running it, or yeah, when it was Impact at the time, when he was running it, it was great stuff. He did some good stuff. I really didn't get to watch it. I watched highlights, but the people that did watch it, I'm sure, respect what he did and wanted him to get the company. I know there are so many people on YouTube that wanted him to get this company. So when I say that Daniel Bryan will be a perfect fit for that brand, instead of going to New Japan and breaking his neck, to go into Ring of Honor and trying to do that style with those young guys, it's not going to work. Him trying to go to House of Hardcore, that's not going to work. Him going to NWA wrestling and wrestling traditionally and holding that championship and wrestling few matches, if he's wrestling once couple times a month, that'd be great. That means he's wrestling, 24 times a year. Pretty good. He can stay home. He can go out and wrestle. He can cut promos on YouTube. He can have somebody come to his house or, set up a room or go to someone nearby and cut a promo. And, it would be amazing. I think it'd be cool. He basically could hire his own person, hire somebody. Maybe somebody, would move to that area. Or Billy Corgan would hire somebody personally to work with Daniel Bryan and shooting promos on YouTube and do things like Tim Storm needs to be doing. Tim Storm really needs to start bringing his personality. I think it emits from him, though. He's got charisma so much that he fits the bill. To me, Tim Storm is kind of like Harley Race and Arn Anderson had a child. And it's kind of that kind of thing that you see the NWA World Championship like instilled in him. And I think that kind of aura, when you look at him, you just see a traditional wrestler from the NWA days, and you're just transported back in time to that era. And I think seeing him hold that title until Daniel Bryan comes off there and comes to NWA will be a great fit. And it would be huge. Because one, Tim Storm would take a break. He could wrestle a couple independent shows every once in a while. And, you could put those matches on YouTube. You can have him trying to come back to challenge for the NWA World Championship and NWA Heavyweight Championship. Have him continue to try and challenge for that. But there will be other people stepping in line for that title. So he could take some time off. Like I said, he's a teacher. So he wouldn't be able to travel the world like Daniel Bryan would be able to. And kind of be able to travel and do some things, but also be able to fly back home, and things like that. So, like I said, I think Daniel Bryan would be a great fit. Other people that would love to see in NWA is Wade Barrett. Actually, no, take that back. No, not Wade Barrett. Dolph Ziggler, I think, would be cool, too. I think he could, some of the guys that are not getting over right now could get over, I think, with Tim Storm. Dolph Ziggler is one of them, I think, that could get over. Other guys is, Jay Lethal. I'd love to see Jay Lethal against a guy like Tim Storm. I think it'd be awesome. I think it'd be cool. Especially him trying to do high-flying moves and Tim Storm, stopping him. I think Jay Lethal is probably on his way to NXT soon. Or I wouldn't be surprised if he just jumped directly into the WWE, because I think he's ready. And I think if a lot of people that know Jay Lethal say, yeah, he's a great performer, I don't know why you guys haven't got him yet, and they say that, and they get him on the team, they get him up there, I think they'll be surprised. But there's so many big names in WWE right now, it's hard to bring him in. So, like I said, I truly believe that Daniel Bryan should join the NWA wrestling group. I don't know what's going to happen with Billy Corgan's idea of the NWA. I don't know if he's going to have more wrestlers. I don't know if he's doing more matches, but he's just not showing them on TV. It's just all a local thing. I don't know what his plan is. So hopefully he gives the plan soon and he reveals what his master thing is going to be. If he's going to create a promotion, if he's just going to continue this, one man show with the world title, because that's kind of weird. I think eventually he's going to have to create a promotion, but I don't know if he's just trying to gain money through this in order to get the promotion going. I don't know. I have no idea. But I think, getting Tim Storm merchandise, getting NWA merchandise out there, I think is one way to do it, and one way to get the promotion, the funds up and going, so that it's strictly NWA money that's coming into the product. I think that's a great idea, great, thing that would happen. And I kind of wonder if he's going to make the wrestlers put a deposit on the championship like they did back in the day. Because back in the day, Ric Flair used to say, he put $25,000 deposit on it, and you have to give him the money back in order, and when they get the title back to the champion, I think that money comes back to the wrestler. So it's kind of like a savings deposit. You get the NWA title, you put $25,000 in the bank. So if something happens to that title, you got your money. So that's when, I think when, who was it? WCW tried to take the belt away from Flair. I think he kept it or something like that. So I don't know if Corgan, or what happened to the belt, if he sold it or he gave it back to the NWA or something. I have no idea. But something happened. Evidently they got the belt back. So that's cool. Anyways, kind of long video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave comments down below. Wrestling, baby. Later, guys. Keep rocking. Keep on watching wrestling. And a new NWA.